Hi, Cooper Glover 1972, back with another video. I did show my whole collection, but I recently acquired these titles. Excuse me, I have a little bit of a cough. Um, One of them I got at a drugstore, and it was for like a good cause, for like maybe it's a Children's Miracle Network or some kind of charity or something. So if you bought the DVD, you were contributing to the charity. I don't remember the exact charity. The other ones, the library where I work at, in the basement, they had the bookseller, so they sell like used DVDs and Blu-rays and um, vinyl and books and um, sometimes they here and there they'll have one that's wrapped up. Not somebody gave them one that they never opened. Um, but anyways, let's take a look at these. First one is the one I got for the charity, from the charity. I picked this up at a drugstore nearby. I wanted to buy this. Um, my Barnes and Noble, I have two credit cards, and um, my Barnes and Noble credit card, which is one of them. When you spend up to $2,500, they give you a $25 gift certificate, which you can use in their store or you can use online. So I was going to buy this title, possibly, but I wanted to buy two others, and this happened to be $5. So now I can buy the other two, and that might be a while till I get those because I have to have my credit card cycle start again, and to allow me some breathing space in order to spend more money on getting the other two movies. But anyways, here's one of the ones I wanted. It's Black Swan. I really liked this film. I really enjoyed it when it came out. Um, as I showed you in my videos beforehand, my collection. I have the Fountain. I have Requiem for a Dream, and I didn't know I had this. Um, I wanted this one. So, but I know what I was going to say. I didn't know that I had Requiem for a Dream, but I said that on the video when you saw that video. But anyways, really good movie. Natalie Portman deserved a well-deserved Oscar for this, and really good. It's got special features. It's got Metamorphosis, behind-the-scenes documentary with Darren Aronofsky. But I don't know if you like classical music. I like it. I like classical music. If you like ballet, but if you that's beyond beside the point. If you like a really good movie that with a character with an actress who does a above the line performance, this is a great film. Next, here are the films I picked up in the in the bookseller where I work. The first thing is not a movie; it's a television show. It's Curb Your Enthusiasm second season, which is it's a hilarious show. I watched the first episode last night, but I've seen it before. I've seen the whole thing, all the seasons before. I borrowed them from the library, not the library where I work, but the library where I live. Um, Anyways, I borrowed them from that library, so I know what I've. Um, I couldn't remember the first one that well, but then I sort of recalled it after I watched it, where he's trying to sell cars. He doesn't know anything about cars, but he's trying to sell cars, and the whole point of the show is he makes these faux pas all the time, these social faux pas, and just does things that are inappropriate, but he doesn't mean to be inappropriate. That's basically the gist of what happens. And he also this show is I believe, improvised. It's not scripted. So sometimes it doesn't work in certain cases, but most of the time it does, I think. So, this is a pretty good show. Um, I think I've heard rumors that they're gonna possibly do another season of this on HBO, I guess, or something. Um, I saw Larry David. I mentioned in a previous video that I saw him on Broadway with his play Fish in the Dark, and when he came on stage, people were clapping. They were really enthusiastic that he was there. And he was being like his character on Curb Your Enthusiasm. Like when the family is I think that somebody's dying in the family, and he's just wondering about the inheritance, and there's this um, young daughter, granddaughter, or something. She's reading a poem or something, and everybody's trying to be very respectful, and Larry David doesn't. He sort of puts her down, and all that. But it's typical humor. Okay, so anyways, this one, I think it's 5 movies. Let's see, one, two, yeah, it's 5. They're martial arts movies. I really have nothing. I don't know anything about these movies, but I've seen a few of his movies, or at least one. I think I've seen more than one. But anyways, I think they'd be fun to watch, and it's the Jackie Chan collection. So you got Fantasy Mission Force, which came out in '84, Master with Cracked Finger '74, Eagle Shadow Fist '73, Fire Dragon '86, and Young Tiger '73. So, and of course, Jackie Chan does a lot of his own stunts. In fact, he fell from a building and he broke um, his legs, I believe, or maybe his arms, or he broke some of his arms or legs. I know that. But once he's healed, he goes back at it. I don't know too much about him recently. I don't know what he's up to recently, but those should be fun to watch. This is a movie. It's 2 movies. It's a horror movie, but and I will be honest. The first one I wasn't too wild about. I've heard the Japanese version is much better. I think Naomi Watts is in this. Yes. And is she in this? Yeah, she's in the second one too. Maybe you can figure out what that is. I'm not sure, but here it is. The Ring and The Ring 2. So I bought this because, maybe it's kind of interesting, but The Ring 2 might be interesting in another way, because I haven't seen The Ring 2, so maybe it'll be a different story. I'm not sure. But I don't know if it's terrible, but I don't mind watching stuff that I don't think is the greatest, but, it was cheap. It was just like $4 or so. So, and to finish it off, this movie I do own. I thought this had a whole bunch of special features on it. I thought it had the commentary. It doesn't have a commentary. I thought it had like a documentary on it. So I guess the version I already have has loaded the special features. The problem with the one I have, it's Memento. Anyways, the Memento I already have is a special edition, but in order to get the special features, you have to like you would in school. You have to answer these riddles, or you have to take this kind of test on the DVD or Blu-ray player, and you have to answer certain multiple choice questions to get to where you're going. So I with that particular DVD, I wrote down what to answer in each screen, but it's kind of annoying. And I thought maybe this one would have the stuff on it that the other one has, but of course, I guess not. So no big deal. Maybe I'll give this to somebody or something like that. Anyways, that's my new pickups. I do have another pickup. It's a Great Courses. I don't know if any of you have heard of Great Courses. You can either see them on DVD, you can listen to them on CD, or you can read the transcripts. They're not cheap if you want to buy them. They're like at full price if you buy them on DVD. I think they're at least $200 a course. They go on sale occasionally. When they go on sale, I think they're $80 a piece. Of course, I can't afford that, but a friend of mine can. So I've borrowed Great Courses from him, and the bookseller, that is in the library that I work at, they had a whole bunch of them, and I did this DVD pickup that you're seeing. I also picked up a Great Courses, and I think it's a DVD. But I think I should do a separate video because I haven't covered my Great Courses collection, and I think almost all of them are CDs. They're not DVDs, and this particular one was a DVD. So, but I think it'd be more, what's the word I'm looking for? Much more contained, much more. I'm trying to look for that word. I can think of a word that defines what I'm talking about. I can't think of it, but it would make more sense to put that particular course in with the other courses rather than with these movies. It makes more sense. It just you would know what to look for, So, anyways, that's the end of the video. Please look at my poetry. I've only seen a few links on that. As I say, people don't have a lot of time these days. They work, they study, they have other pursuits. They have other videos to watch. They've got to do their own stuff. So I understand. I occasionally I peruse my channel. I take a look to see how many hits I'm getting, and I've noticed on my take my Disney one. I got over 100 hits on that one, maybe 115, 125. Not quite sure on that, but it's over 100. Only other ones I can think of that are above 100. Well, there's maybe just one other, which is my poem Frankenstein, which is close to the very bottom where I began, a few years back, like 3 years back. Two of my videos that get pretty high hits are my reviews of Roman Polanski's Repulsion and Fassbender's Bitter Tears of Petra von Kant. But I wouldn't mind seeing more hits on my GarageBand videos. I know I'm harping on this, but I'm just trying to have people take a look at those. Maybe even leave some comments. There's my movie that I wrote a treatment of, and I did a storyboard of. It's called Cost of Love with voiceover narration. Basically, I did a Google photo storyboard, and it's basically showing what it would look like if I made it into a movie. But I don't have I just can't do it at the right now because I need a camera, and it's kind of complicated because it's got a car chase in it and a foot chase, and I got to figure out how to go about doing that. And well, I don't know. Maybe at some point I'll have that made. I also have a video that I did from my digital filmmaking class, which is, I think, right next to that video. It's called Dirty Dog. For the class, we were told to do If Dogs Could Talk. That was our assignment. I chose If Dogs Could Sing. And I just took video of dogs, and I synced up the song "Dirty Dog" by ZZ Top, and you know, played played different pitches of the singer's voice to different dogs. So, anyways, and my poetry, I'd like to see more hits on that, but I understand, you know. Um, and I noticed one of my poems I don't think is getting any hits at all. It's called "One Night in Amsterdam." There's nothing. Um, what's that word I'm looking for? There's nothing underhanded about it. That's not the word I'm looking for, but it's not. It's not. It's not really a dirty poem or anything, even though it says "One Night in Amsterdam." Maybe you think it's a certain kind of poem, or maybe you think it's too short. I don't know. Those poems I understand. I know are quite short. They're like under 30 seconds or under a minute or so. But more hits would be appreciated if you can do it. I understand. You know. So, anyways, I'll get off my soapbox here, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. See you soon.